Welcome to Washington, D.C. I'm Marlene Hall. I'm with the ladies behind the GI Film Festival. Hi, Laura. Can you tell us how the GI Film Festival came to be?
Hi, Marlene. It's great to be here. Well, the GI Film Festival really came out of a conversation that I had with my husband, and that 7 years ago we realized there was a lot of movies coming out in Hollywood that did not show soldiers or sailors or airmen or Marines in a positive light. And after 14 years of service in the Army and the Army Reserves, it really bothered me that whenever I looked on the screen, I didn't see anything that reflected the people that I had worked with or served with. And so through our conversation, we thought, what could we do to change this? And then the answer finally came to us, why not a film festival? Right. So that's how we started it. We really wanted a vehicle that would be able to show soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines, and Coast Guard in their proper light, show the honor and the service and sacrifice that they go through. And so that's why we started the festival.
That's wonderful. And I just want to ask all of our guests today about how they got involved and background in their military experience. So Linda, can you tell us how you got involved and background in your military?
Sure. My father was in the Marine Corps. My stepfather was in the Air Force. My father-in-law was a colonel in the Army, so I have a long history of military family. I worked with the Army and overseas in the Middle East, and I received a Purple Heart for an injury I sustained there. I get frequent emails and messages from different organizations. I've been involved with USO and different organizations as well. And I saw something come through on the film festival, didn't know anything about it, had never heard of it. So I thought, well, this looks interesting. So I booked a ticket, my family and I participated, fell in love with the festival. Gary Sinise was there meeting with the Wounded Warriors. I saw the interaction with the staff, the films, everything was just something that I really wanted to be involved in. So I contacted Laura and met Brandon, and the team was a really cohesive team. We worked well together. I volunteered, and this is my second year for being a VIP and hospitality manager. We had such a good time last year. I can't wait for the event this year. It's a lot of work. It's a week-long event, so it's not like a one-day event, so there's so many things to plan and coordinate. But it's just such an exciting event. I hope everybody can participate this year.
Well, Marlene, when did you first hear about the festival?
Oh, well, I emailed, my dad went to West Point, and so I want to get involved with the West Point Society. So I emailed the West Point Society, met Rich Huh, who runs that for the young grads, and then he went to college with Laura. And so he's like, oh, you should work with Laura at the GI Film Festival. So there I was. And I think it was like 3 years ago. Next thing I know, I'm escorting Glenn Close. She did a documentary on PTSD with the dogs that are trained by women behind bars. It was just fascinating. And Glenn Close is just amazing. So I've been doing this for the past 3 years now. I just love it.
It's one of the great things about this city. You can always find each other through less than 6 degrees of separation.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So it's just been wonderful. And I'm also an Air Force veteran myself, so I love giving back to the military. And now I actually work with wounded soldiers with American Legion, so it's been great.
I remember last year you working with some of the soldiers during the event. Some of them would gather around, and Marlene was always there just interacting with them, and she had a great rapport with everybody. It was so much fun working with you. I can't wait until this year.
You're making me blush.
It's great. It's great.
And Laura, what's your background in the military? I understand you're a West Point grad.
Well, my background is military intelligence.
Okay.
I spent most of my time overseas in Bosnia, Korea, Turkey, and Germany. And it was a great tour. I just really enjoyed what I did. I really enjoyed the people I worked with. Just some of the smartest people I've ever met are in the military, and then sometimes you don't get that sense if you believe in some of the movies that come out of Hollywood, or you believe some of the media stories. So it's just, I loved my time serving in the military. I love the people, the men and women that I worked with, and I really believe that festival is a way to give back, to make sure that other people can see what I saw, that other people can feel what I felt during my time when I was in the military.
What kind of feedback have you gotten back from the public about the GI Film Festival that's really like, I'm making a difference, I can feel the impact I'm making?
We've got so much feedback. It just depends. We showed a film about Vietnam in our first year, and one of the gentlemen who was a Vietnam veteran came out of the film and he was crying. And he said it's the first time since the war that he ever cried, because it was the first time he felt that there was a film or that somebody was saying thank you for your service. So that's typically the kind of emotion that we get from veterans who've served, from other people who've come. We've had a filmmaker who made a film about the military. She worked for Disney Studios, and she came out of the festival and she said, wow, this is the first time I ever met anyone who actually served, even though she'd made a film about the military. She said, I had no idea this is what soldiers go through. I had no idea this is what service is about. We had another producer in Hollywood who came out for a film, and he said, my wife and I were up all night, and we were thinking about ways that we can help soldiers. We had no idea. What can we do to help the wounded soldiers? What can we do to help? So everyone who comes feels something different, but I think that it's great because we show veterans that they're supported and that they're loved and they're appreciated, and then we show members of the Hollywood and the media that here's what real veterans are all about. So there's lots of different emotions that happen out of the film festival.
Well, I love your passion. All of you have such great passion, and I really hope that you all will come out and share our passion for the GI Film Festival, which is the 14th of May to 20th of May. It's mainly going to be held at the Navy Memorial in Washington, D.C. Thank you.